Okay. Alright, we're live. Yeah. I'm not dead. I'm not dead, but this stream could have gotten off to a better start. Hashtag not dead. I had like a... I guess not really a spooky game for today, but I did have like a darkish game for today. But considering how late the stream started, I didn't want to waste such a short stream on it. So that'll come tomorrow probably. I will say this though, I don't plan on like doing entirely spooky shit for the entire month, because I don't know if I can take that. I say this multiple times before, but I'm just not into spooky Halloween stuff though. Halloween is like one of my least favorite celebrated holidays. I mean, Japan doesn't even celebrate Halloween. Halloween's like a completely like American holiday, right? It's not just Japan. Like other countries don't celebrate Halloween, right? It really is like such an American holiday. I forget, like, Halloween. If I remember like the historical thing about Halloween, I believe it started like in like the Mid-Eastern, there we go. I think it started like Mid-Eastern United States, like way back in the day, like when pilgrims were still a thing. And I think it has something to do with spirits. And people really would dress up as scary shit. Like none of this superhero crap or anime crap. No. People actually dress up as like spooky shit. Because I think it was actually to scare off evil spirits or something. And then I guess Halloween became a monetized holiday. So like we kind of like lost sight of like what Halloween originally meant. Because I don't think candy was even a part of it either. I don't think the candy aspect of Halloween came about till like maybe after like 100 or so years when like Halloween first started. And then like rather than dressing up as scary shit, Halloween just became like dress up as whatever you want. You want to dress up as like a little cute fairy, you can do that. You want to dress up as a pirate, you can do that. But Halloween was meant to be scary though, if I remember right. So yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll be doing random stuff in today's stream. I didn't want to cancel the stream. So this stream honestly has no goal. It has no like no action, I guess. This is just basically me just wanting to do something after work. I need to change Nightbot. But yeah, like I just got off of work. It wasn't traffic that was the problem though. Traffic was not a problem getting off of work though. Instead, what ended up being a problem was trying to actually set up my computer, because I always need to like I basically always need to like reinstall and uninstall my computer after like every live stream, which is a little bit annoying. But that's just like the price I pay for my current living situation right now. So it's not like I have anyone to blame but myself, really. But yeah, it just took way too long to try and get my computer set up, which is why like if I can't get this loan to like buy my place in a reasonable amount of time, namely now, honestly, because I don't have $9,000 out of my ass right now, I'm gonna rent. I am just going to rent a house, and I think I got one. It's a little bit high, but I really would just like a regular place to live, so I could actually like have my stuff out. I could also that means I could also like get rid of my U-Haul storage finally, so that'll be cool. Actually open up my boxes, because at this point I actually am kind of forgetting where my stuff is, honestly. There's a few things that I have that like is clearly labeled, and like that's only because like I opened said box and rearranged shit. But honestly, that's only like half my boxes though. I actually have another half of my boxes that like I literally have not touched since I originally had to move out of my previous apartment. Meaning, it's a mystery box. I still have like half of my stuff in mystery boxes, and I don't know where it is. And there are some things I've been looking for actually. So if I haven't found it by now, it's probably in one of those mystery boxes, but it's just way too deep in my U-Haul storage to try and dig without literally taking out every single box in front of it, basically. It's so buried deep. Another thing, too, that I was planning to do also, which is definitely not going to happen now, is I've been on the same bed mattress for, like, literally, I kid you guys not, the past, like, 15 years? Yeah, no, I've seriously been on the same bed mattress the past 15 years. I was going to buy a new bed, but that's not going to happen now anymore because now I need to save up for a down payment for my house. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. And to be fair, my bed is still comfy, I guess, but I want a new one. I just want a new one because like it's probably not as comfortable as it could be anymore, but like I've gotten used to the bed. But now that like I've been literally sleeping in my car and sleeping on people's couches, I guess now that bed's gonna seem even better when I get back on that bed. So I guess to be fair, when I get back on it, it'll seem like a new bed to me. So maybe mission accomplished? I don't know. I really, yeah. Life's been great for me for like these past 4 months. Okay, so I had to leave my previous apartment back in April, which was sadly the month of my birthday. I literally spent the month of my birthday homeless, which kind of sucked because I think it was like April 15th, I think. So it's April and now it's October, which marks that it's from 4 to 10. It means it's been like 6 months. Technically, it's only been 5.5 months, but that sucks. That really sucks because I didn't originally plan to be in my situation for this long. But hey, I've made a huge dent in my credit card debt though. So honestly, that's like the one great thing to come out of this entire thing. Also, like, it's given me such a much new appreciation for other people who have also had to live in their cars. So, hey man, if you're also in that situation and yet you also have a full-time job, you know what? You know what? Like, we broskies now. Like, I get you, bro. I get you guys who have also had to live in your car and, you know, who've also had to live in your car and even though you had a full-time job, you still literally could not get a nice place to live. That just sucks. And I don't live in, like, one of the more expensive places in the States. Like, I hear that New York and Florida is really bad. Like, I think in New York, I think literally the average price for, like, a one-bedroom apartment is, like, $3,000 or some shit. And, like, a lot of apartments, they want you to make, like, 3 times the amount of rent to qualify for that apartment. Which means that, like, if it's $3,000, they want you to make $9,000 a month to even qualify for a rent. That's insane. That's fucking crazy. Like, it's almost insane actually how it's arguably easier to just buy a house then, or to buy a townhouse or a condo. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's arguably easier just to buy a condo than to rent an apartment then, because like, if you're buying a place, all you need to do is just show that you have the money. Like, you don't gotta be like, oh, like, I make like fucking $50,000 a month. Can I qualify for it? That's exaggeration, but it's like, I kind of get it, but I still think it's dumb. Some apartments here in Vegas, for example, they want you to make 4 times as much money per month as whatever your rent is. So like, if they want you to pay $2,000 a month, Then like 4 times 2 is 8,000. They want you to pay $8,000. They want you to make $8,000 a month. But your rent's only $2,000. But they want you to make $8,000 a month, so that way like they basically have like a cushion for themselves, so that way like you should be able to pay it off or something. Like, I get it, but it's still kind of crummy though. Like basically, let's say your rent is like $1,500 a month, and let's say per month from your job, let's say you're barely making just a little bit above minimum wage. Let's say you're making $1,700 a month, right? Your rent is $1,500 a month, and you make $1,700 a month because, you know, your job doesn't pay that much. You have like a $200 cushion basically, which means that like you can't literally spend anything of your paycheck other than like on your rent. And as an apartment landlord, you know, I guess for them that's like bad because like, you know, you might spend a little bit more on food this month than you thought, and all of a sudden you don't have $1,500, you have like $1,400, right? And now what you gonna do? You gonna use your credit card? You gonna get a loan or something? Or, you know, basically you're putting yourself in debt just to pay off your fucking first month of rent, right? So like they want you, that's why they're asking people to make 3 to 4 times the amount of rent, so that way you have enough to pay for your regular utilities, you know, your electric bill, your water bill, whatever other finance you have, your car insurance or whatever. So that way, after you're done paying your other bills, you still have enough money to pay rent. Unless you were gonna live like a caveman and you don't actually have any of that shit. Even if we were to assume you're a minimalistic person and you actually are not gonna pay for electricity or anything, or cable TV or whatever, you know, it's like you're just using your money only to pay rent, but like realistically that person does not exist, right? Like you go and rent an apartment, they want you to make 3 times the amount of rent, and you're making like, you're not even making twice the amount of rent. You're making like 1.5 the amount of rent. And then like the apartment landlord's like, can you pay? It's like, what about your other bills? And then like you tell them like, I don't have other bills, so I'm only gonna basically buy food and pay for rent because like I go to work and then I go home to sleep. Like you have no life or some shit. It's like they're not gonna believe you if you tell them that, nor would they want to take the risk of you not being able to pay month's rent, right? Because you never know what would happen. You know, you might get sick, you might miss a day of work or something or whatever, and all of a sudden now you can't pay rent because you were already cutting it close anyway. You know, you're literally in the red. But then, like, isn't that kind of, like, weird, though? It's like, you don't have a place to live, but you have like, a full-time job, though. Like, you work, you know, 40 hours a week. You work the 80 hours every 2 weeks. You know, you're legit a full-time... You legit have a full-time job. You have benefits, like dental benefits, optometrist eye benefits, or whatever like that, right? You got it all, and yet you literally can't buy a condo... You can't buy a house, you can't rent an apartment, because everyone in the world says you don't make enough money. Basically, like, here's the ironic part. It's like, what are you paying for then if you have a full-time job, but nobody wants to sell you a condo or a house or anything, or no one wants to rent to you? So what are you buying with your money? You're buying food, I guess. So, of course, you're buying food to survive, I suppose. And then what? Like, your car insurance? Because you at least have a car to live in? Or something? You know? Or maybe, like... What if you don't have a car, then? What if you take a bus to work or some shit? Because maybe you couldn't even afford a car, right? Like, you just take the bus to work, or you have a bike. Maybe, let's say you at least have a bicycle. So you don't have a car. You don't have to pay for car payments or insurance, so... You either bike to work or you jog to work or whatever. Or something. You know, it's like... What's your money going towards to? Just food, I suppose, right? Just food? Still can't find a place to live? It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. You know? And it's crazy because, like, I hear, like, in places such as, like, the more expensive place to live, like New York and Florida, where, like... and California too, where a lot of Amazon employees are all living in their cars because they literally can't find an apartment to live in, let alone try to like qualify for a loan to buy a house or anything like that, you know? Like, you know, banks don't want to take risk either, you know? So like the bank won't even give them a loan, and like it's like they can't get a loan, they can't get approved for an apartment. So a lot of people literally just have to live in their cars. I mean, it's not the worst thing, to be fair, ever, because they do have a place to sleep, and like I guess in place of an electric bill, technically they pay like a gasoline bill now for their car, because they sure as hell don't have a fucking electric car Tesla, right? If you're in that kind of living situation, you probably don't have an electric car. So, you know, putting that aside, you know, it's like, yeah, you're paying your cell phone bill, I assume, your car insurance bill. Let's also assume your car is paid off, so you're not even paying for a car payment. It's like those are the only 2 things you're paying for, or 3 things if you count the food. And, you know, you work 40 hours a week at your job, you know, 8 hours a day, and, you know, that's it. What else do you do with your time, right? It's like you might as well take a second job then, but how are you going to survive mentally, you know? Like, it's not about whether or not you could or cannot take a second job. I'm sure most people, most able-bodied people would be able to have a second job if they wanted to. But the question is not if your body can take it, it's whether or not you can mentally take it. And a lot of people, they can't mentally handle a second job, regardless of what that is, you know? Even if it's like an easy retail job or some shit, or, you know, you're doing Uber Dash or DoorDashing or something. It's like working, just to barely survive. Like, goddamn, what a fucking world we live in, right? And all for what? Because you don't have a fancy college degree and like you didn't become a doctor or a lawyer. It's like, what? Is everyone supposed to be like a doctor or lawyer or engineer or some shit? And then what happens when everyone's an engineer or like a doctor, right? What happens when everyone is a doctor and engineer? All of a sudden we have too much of that shit, and now we don't have enough like low-paying job workers. We don't have food servers anymore. We literally don't have people working in fucking McDonald's anymore. We need to actually start making robots. Like, you know, it's kind of funny. God damn it, I'm in rant mode. Let's change the shit up. I'm in fucking rant mode. All right. But like, that's why there's a job shortage in America right now. And it's not that people like can't get a job at like fucking Olive Garden or at a McDonald's or some shit like that. That's not the problem. The problem is that jobs pay like shit, you know? At that point, doctorate people would be the new McDonald's worker. But that, you know what, like, that's what I'm trying to say right now, though. Like what I'm saying right now, though, is that, like, one of the reasons why there's a job shortage, quote-unquote job shortage in America, is because those jobs pay like shit. And people already can't survive even on a decent job. As I was saying before, a lot of apartments require people to have 3 to 4 times the amount of money just to even get approved for an apartment, which is ridiculous, by the way. And then, like, banks won't give you a loan because your credit's probably not good enough for some shit. Or maybe they also don't think you make enough money because they don't think you could pay back the loan. So they won't get you approved either. So now you're homeless even though you have a full-time job. But that full-time job, I guess, just doesn't pay enough, you know? So a lot of people are trying to quit their, you know, their retail jobs, their fast food jobs, to try and get a higher paying job. But now everyone is looking for a higher paying job. And now we literally don't have anyone at fucking Subway to make me a sandwich. You know, there's no one at McDonald's to make me my fucking hamburger. You know, there's... And, you know, here's a funny thing, too. Like, realtors, like, they're supposed to make good money, right? But what happens when everyone's a fucking realtor, right? What happens when everyone's a fucking doctor? The fucking engineer? Fucking astronaut? you know? Like, basically, all these jobs that are supposed to be high-paying, now you have too many people applying to those jobs, and obviously, those companies or whatever, they can't hire everyone, you know? So here's the ironic part. Like, as recent as, like, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you know, heck, 15 years ago, as recent as the year 2000 when like, robotics started becoming a real thing, people were already scared the robots would take over our jobs. Well, you know what? We need robots to take over the low-paying jobs because no human wants to do them in the first place. We need fucking civilian tactical girls from line dolls just to do that shit. We need janitors. We need fucking food servers at fucking Denny's. We need someone to make me a sandwich at Subway. Cause who's doing that job if no human's gonna do it, right? And listen, if we do have the technology to make said fucking robots to do that shit for us, then why not just make them fucking waifus like in Girls Frontline then? If I'm gonna be served by a robot waifu at Denny's, can you make her cute then? Hashtag, I'm gonna sound misogynist, so all you feminists out there, feel free to bash me, but can we make them look like supermodels then? Right? Like, please? Can we make them look like DSR? I know DSR is like the thotty chick of Girls Frontline, but fuck, man. I don't know about you, but I'd love it if DSR was fucking making me a sandwich at Subway or some shit, right? So, goddamn, make it happen, man. Again, like, it's because no humans want to do those jobs, right? They're not doing it. We need someone to do it. Someone needs to be making sandwiches. Someone needs to be, I don't know, someone needs to fucking mop floors and shit. Basically, like, every large store and company, they need to have a G36 mopping floors. Because we sure as hell don't have enough humans doing it anymore. And it's not even because, like, COVID-19 Delta, whatever, it's not even because COVID's killing everyone. Because, like, it kind of hasn't. It's not like the Black Plague of, like, when did that happen? 1600s? 1700s? It's not like the Black Plague where, like, that shit killed, like, literally, like, half the population of, like, the known world at the time. Which was, like, what, like, Europe and Africa or something? Like, the Black Plague killed so many people that, like, you know, like, there was indeed a job shortage because of population. That's a little bit different. COVID, though, on the other hand, COVID hasn't nearly killed as many people as it could have, only because we live in a modern world, so, like, it was a lot faster for us in today's world to start quarantining people and to start working on a vaccine and shit, and to actually be smart enough to, like, make sure more people didn't get sick. I guarantee you that COVID would have been a Black Plague if we were not as careful as we are now. Like, you know what I definitely notice? Is that the world is more conscious of cleanliness now, compared to, like, 2019, right? Like, before, I could definitely tell you, gas stations, grocery stores, you know what I never saw? I never saw people wear gloves, or I never saw people, like, bust out, like, a spray bottle and start sanitizing, like, work surfaces. I never saw that. That was not a thing. But do you know what? It's a thing now. Heck, they do that at my work. Like, we have people now to actually sanitize our working surfaces every hour. And then, like, if it's a high contact surface, it's every 30 minutes. I could definitely tell you, we did not do that shit. Like, pre-COVID. No. We would only clean those surfaces, legit, once in the morning, and then once at nighttime. 2 times a day, basically. And now that shit's happening, like, every hour or every half hour, depending on, like, the location. And here, you know, like, if it's a hospital, for example, like, hospitals were already doing that shit, but hospitals do it now more, though. Some places, they will sanitize the surface if they so much as see a person touch said surface. Meaning, they're gonna sanitize the surface like 1,000 times a day now, you know? It's crazy just how much the world has changed just because of COVID. It kind of reminds me of 9/11. Hashtag, I did not make any 9/11 jokes on 9/11. But I'm just saying, though, like, airplane flying rules were a lot more lax pre-9/11. And then, like, after 9/11 happened, like, there's so much more security now at the airports just to prevent that thing from happening again. That's what COVID did for cleanliness. The world is more conscious of clean shit ever since COVID, you know? It's crazy to think that, like, the world just gets... I guess the world technically gets better every time there's a disaster, when you think about it. Same thing, too, for World War I and World War II. If I remember right, sonar technology did not exist prior to World War I. And it's like World War I made sonar technology because, you know, you're trying to kill people and you want to know where they're at. And then, like, after World War I ended, then the sonar technology was used for, you know, it was repurposed for other shit. Like actual sciencey crap. Same thing too for radios too. To be fair, radios did exist pre-World War I, but radios just made them better. Radios got better though in like World War I though. So like again, that technology was used. It was repurposed after the war. I can't remember how World War II made some things better, but I'm pretty sure there is stuff there. But I'm not the biggest historian though. But basically, anytime there's a big worldwide tragedy, the world technically gets better in the aftermath. It's just that people gotta die for it, though. Millions of people need to die in order for humanity gets off its ass, which is kind of sad, honestly. Like, you know, remember the space race in, like, the 90s or some shit? And then remember how, like, after the space race, no fucking country in the world cared about going to the moon anymore? Or, like, trying to colonize Mars and shit? It's like, what needs to happen for humanity to care about going to space again, right? Do we need to make the Earth uninhabitable or something? It's like, oh shit, guys, we're literally running out of oxygen. Now we actually need to get off the planet. Like now, like, everyone's gonna be an astronaut because everyone needs to be an astronaut in, like, the next 10 years. Otherwise, you dead or some shit, right? It just feels like we need another goddamn catastrophe in order to evolve the race or some shit. Just a race of aliens and genocide? But basically, though, honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, us having this work shortage, though, that really does start us getting, like, more robots into the workforce, though. Like, actual robots. It's like, guys, there's literally no human that wants to do this job. So we need to make a robot to do this job. So basically, I guess now is a great time to be an engineer, because they're going to want you to make a robot. So... time for more people to get into robotics engineering, right? We need more of that. Me, I am not an engineer, but do you know what I could be, though? I could be a businessman. It is time for me to make IOP. I will be the fucking Javier, and I will hire engineers to work for me, and then we will make waifus. But since I'm the president, though, obviously I make the most money, even though technically I'm not a scientist. Technically, I am not an engineer. But you know what, though? I'm the one that found my company, and you guys are working under me, therefore I make the most money. Which, when you think about it, the whole business capitalism thing kind of, like, is, like, super messed up. It's like, whoever the guy is at the top, it's like, he's good at selling the product, but technically he doesn't make the product, though. He doesn't make the product, but he's good at negotiations. Like, to be fair, I'm not saying that the guy on top, the president, is, like, not doing anything. It's like, he has to, like, file a patent for shit. He has to buy land to make the factory or something. He has to make deals with sponsors. So it's like, to be fair, it's like, I'm not saying the president of a company is not doing anything, but at the same time, though, whatever product that company is making, the president technically is not doing anything for that. He sells the product again, but he doesn't make the product. Instead, he has, like, 100 other workers to make the robots for him, or some shit. You know? It's like, in a perfect world, the engineers making the robots should actually make more money than the president, but that's not how capitalism works, though. Capitalism works basically as, like, a legal pyramid scheme when you think about it. The guy at the top makes the most money, even though he is kind of doing the least amount of work, in a way. It really is like a legal pyramid scheme. Or robots to make more robots. Hey, you be careful with that, man. We're gonna get, like, the fucking Will Smith movie, I, Robot, or we're gonna get the Terminator. So you be careful, man. We're gonna get Skynet if you let that shit happen. Skynet or iRobot or I guess technically that did happen in Girls Front Line with Samus Ferris, because like Samus Ferris like started making their own robots even without humans and shit. So yeah. What about Samus waifus? To be fair, Samus is still technically bad. It's just that it took a worse enemy to make Samus comparatively good though. I mean, here's the thing. We would still be fighting Samus if it wasn't for KCCO and Paradias being a larger threat. Like, basically, KCCO and Paradias came in, and now, like, the Samus Ferris waifus are like, hey, Shiki-Con, we don't have a home anymore. And also, like, our leader went AWOL. Can we live with you, Shiki-Con? And, like, you know, the commander's a nice dude, so he'd be like, shit, more waifus? Okay, sure, why not? Basically, we adopted a bunch. When you think about it, it's the equivalent of like the commander adopting a bunch of like homeless kittens. It's like, no, not homeless kittens, abandoned kittens. The Samus Ferris ringleaders are basically kittens that like used to have a home, and then their home got burned down by Igor and like William, because William is the one running Paradias, right? So their home got burned down by William and Igor, and like they don't have anywhere else to go. And then like, let's make this even sadder. It's raining. It's like raining outside, and the commander is like, he's like driving home from work or some shit, and then he sees like a cardboard box on the side of the road that says, "Take care of me, please." And in that box is the Samus Ferris ringleaders. And then like the commander's like, oh my god, look at these poor kittens. They need a home. They need a place to live. So the commander takes the kittens home with him. And then it just so happens that, like, these kittens are the ringleaders. So he takes them home. And then, like, anti-rain team sees the ringleaders behind Shiki-Con. And they're like, oh shit, the ringleaders followed Shiki-Con. We gotta protect him. But then the Shiki-Con's all like, no, wait, guys. I adopted them. So, play nice now. They live here now. I decided to adopt the ringleaders. So, yeah, no fighting. Now we fight KCCO and Paradias together. So, yeah. Nah, the ringleaders in the corner, sucky $5. Agent looks disgusted though. Agent is a tsundere cat. Basically, there's like two kinds of cats. There's like the super affectionate cats, and then like there's like the tsundere cats where it's like they'll scratch you and shit. But then the moment you start like paying more attention to your doggo, the cat gets jealous then. It's also like the cat too, where it's like when you want to like pet it and shit, then like Agent will scratch you. But then the moment where you're at your office trying to do actual work, all of a sudden Agent like jumps on your lap, and Agent will be like, "Hey, pay attention to me, shitface." She'll call you names, but she'll also be like, "Pay attention to me. I want attention now." That's what Agent would be. If I remember right, Agent is practically like the de facto leader right now, if I'm not mistaken. Just because Mastermind, or Elia, whatever her name is, like, she's off doing her own, like, M4 adventure shit. Like, basically, she's also on her own adventure now, the same way M4 was on her own adventure. So, if I remember right, Agent is kind of acting as leader now. So, we get Agent, we get the rest of the ringleaders. To be fair, we already have Architect and Ouroboros. Architect surrender peacefully. Ouroboros, technically, we kind of had to beat her up for that. I mean, I actually kind of want to know more about Ouroboros right now, because, like, I'm sure Architect understands right now what's going on with Griffin and what's going on with, like, Samus Ferris. But what about Ouroboros, though, right? Because, again, Architect surrendered peacefully. And Architect worked together with Persica to even make the Hawks and shit. And she was also very helpful, according to Persica. But Ouroboros, though, she technically went down fighting because she went down still loyal to Samus Ferris. It's like, would Ouroboros still be loyal to Samus Ferris then? I wonder if she would. Just because, like, I feel like we would not keep her in the dark, right? It's like we never saw any cutscene with it, but I would have to imagine though, like once we got confirmation on like M16 going rogue and like Mastermind technically not doing anything with SF anymore, we would tell Architect and Ouroboros. We'd be like, hey, so Samus Ferris is technically not a thing anymore. So like even if you girls did escape, you girls would have nowhere to go. Like, there is no more Mastermind. There's technically Agent, but there's no more Mastermind. And I'm not even sure if Agent has the same, I guess, like, leadership capabilities as Mastermind does. And when I say that, I mean that Mastermind controls all the other ringleaders until she stopped doing that. I'm not sure if Agent can do that. Like, can Agent force, like, the lower ringleaders under her to do her bidding the same way Mastermind did? Like, if Destroyer or, like, you know, any of the other lower ringleaders, like Hunter or some shit, or Executioner, if they, like, backtalked Mastermind, Mastermind could literally make them do what she wanted. I'm not sure if Agent has that. Because Agent should be probably about the same as all the other girls. So, from what I remember seeing in, like, fucking, like, Isomer and, Polarized Light, the ringleaders are working together mostly because that's the only friends and family they have. They're not controlling each other, and they're technically not taking orders from each other either. It's more like, hey, you're the closest thing I have to a friend, so, let's work together to fight KCCO, I guess? That's what I saw when I saw, like, Executioner, Hunter, and Destroyer together in, Polarized Light. I forget who it was. I need to, like, rewatch the story again. But if I remember right, I think Hunter was willing to even sacrifice herself for, like, the other ringleaders, but then, like, they came back to fight KCCO, and she was all like, what the fuck? And it's like, again, that's the closest thing that those girls have to family, even though they've been the bad guy the entire time. So, the Samus Ferris have really been humanized, honestly. So, why would we not adopt them at this point, right? And also, the Parapool virus isn't even a thing anymore at this point in the story. It's like, it's technically a thing, but now we know what the Parapool virus actually is, though. The Parapool virus is Ogos. It's always been Ogos. It was only called a virus just because, like, Griffin didn't know what it was. The humans didn't know what it was. If you get caught by Ogos, either you can take the Ogos system into you because you're a high-level T-Doll, or if you're a low-level T-Doll, then you just go batshit insane. But, like, if I remember right from the earlier chapters, Griffin and, like, the rest of the populace, they always thought that the Papier virus was, like, a mind control virus from Samus Ferris. But it's not a mind control virus, though. Instead, it's the Ogos system simply, like, short-circuiting the low-level T-Doll, and then they just go rogue, basically. And then if we want to go, like, even deeper in that, technically, when a low-level T-Doll cannot handle the Ogos system, she basically is kind of becoming, like, a low-level Isomer then. You know, like M4. They become an Isomer, technically. And then, like, they are looking to fuse with other Isomers to become whole and shit. I mean, that's the deeper part of it, but, you know, we're going kind of too deep here. Super, super deep. So, yeah. I'm enjoying my time with Girls Frontline. What can I say? I'm liking the story so far. I only wish that, like, it wasn't, like, I didn't have to wait, like, months and years to get the whole picture. I can only hope that when Girls Frontline 2 comes out, that, like, I will be satisfied with its centralized story, I suppose, since Girls Frontline 2 will be a single-player game. So, I guess the one thing I'm definitely hoping for Girls Frontline 2 is for it to not be a to-be-continued kind of shit, right? Like, I want it to be its own enclosed story. So when I beat the final boss in Girls Frontline 2, it better not be to be continued in Girls Frontline 1 or Neuro Project the Gacha game or some shit like that. No, I better see a fucking goddamn ending in Girls Frontline 2. So that way, like, I don't need to, like, wonder about what's gonna happen or some shit. So, yeah. But so far, I'm having a good time. The one thing that would definitely suck right now is, like, with all the things happening in China, I really hope that, like, Mika doesn't get, like, his plug pulled or anything like that. Or, I kind of hope that Mika doesn't pull a Genshin Impact on us with MiHoYo? MiHoYo, that's the name of the company, right? I really hope that doesn't happen either. But, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, as long as they're making Western money, it's fine. Hopefully. I mean, at this point, I feel like anything's free game now. Just because of how controlling the Chinese government can be. So, as long as it doesn't affect my entertainment, then we're good. Anyway, there's a reason why we're in Girls Frontline. F femboys? Yeah, F in the chat for the femboys. No more femboys in China. I mean, like, isn't Korea all about them femboys though? Or like, or like boys with great skin or some shit? Korea's all about that crap. So, yeah. I bet it will affect all of our entertainment. Well, you know what, guys? At that point, I guess we have to go full weeb and only accept Japanese entertainment from now on. Not Asian entertainment, Japanese only. We can't trust the other Asian entertainment. Or maybe I move back to Thailand and I make my own Thailand gacha company there, and I bring in like a new era of Thailand becoming a gaming country or some shit. Maybe I'll do that or some shit. I don't know. Pretty sure I'll convert to Korean stuff as well. I mean, to be fair, I kind of already was converted to Korean stuff anyway back in the day. Because, like, a large majority of the MMORPGs we all played was Korean. So EverQuest was American, right? But then MapleStory was Korean, and Ragnarok Online was Korean, and those three were, like, the big three, like, MMORPGs back in the day. At least before World of Warcraft killed everybody. And, like, I'm not saying that to be, like, to be as hyperbole or anything. World of Warcraft really did kill, like, every single old-school MMORPG. Like, the only reason EverQuest, MapleStory, and Ragnarok Online is still around today is because of nostalgia. And also F Blizzard. Yep, F Blizzard. Yep, major F in the chat for Blizzard. Oh my god. So many people who have been playing Blizzard games for years or streaming Blizzard games, so many streamers and content creators that I know have straight up boycotted Blizzard shit. I know that there was this one Hearthstone guy I followed on YouTube, and like he always made videos with like his 8 other friends who played Hearthstone. Like 6 of his friends all quit Hearthstone, so like he only has like 1 friend now to play Hearthstone with, which is kind of crazy. And then like again, I know other live streamers, they also boycotted like Blizzard games. It's so nuts. Blizzard fucked up the new remastered Diablo 2. Oof. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, if you still like to play World of Warcraft or some shit, or Diablo, you might as well stick to fan service now, right? That's kind of like the same thing that happened to Ragnarok Online 2. Like, the Ragnarok Online official servers are also kind of like stupid now too. So like, if you still like Ragnarok Online, or if you still like World of Warcraft, you might as well just play fan servers then. Because fan servers probably have a better community at this point than the official servers. I'm not sure what the state is for MapleStory. I know MapleStory has fan servers, but I don't know what the state is for MapleStory and shit like that. So I'm not... I never got too deep into MapleStory. And then EverQuest. I really don't have much information on EverQuest either. But, yeah. Yeah, a lot of bad shit happening to a lot of gaming companies nowadays. I mean, listen, as long as like my Super Weeabo favorite companies don't get touched, then like I guess I'm still good. I hope nothing bad happens to Idea Factory, because Idea Factory is like one of the more weeaboo companies out there. So I hope nothing bad happens to Idea Factory. I hope nothing bad happens to Atlas. I guess I'll throw in Nintendo, even though I don't play Mario games. I hope nothing bad happens to Nintendo, I guess. Honestly, legit, I really do hope that the Mario movie is good. And I don't mean that ironically either. Like, Chris Pratt, Jack Black, and whatever, I actually hope it's good. And not, like, so bad it's good, but just good. I really hope. Because, like, okay, so, like, the Mario movie, for example, the original Mario Bros. Movies live-action movie, that became a so bad it's good movie. Like, it was bad when it came out, but then, like, give it 10 years, and it became a meme, though, right? Like, we all know that the original Mario movie is bad, but, like, it was only bad when it came out, though. After, like, the internet became a thing, it became such a meme that people ironically loved the Mario Brothers movie. But I don't want that to happen to the new movie, though. I want it to actually be decent or good or something. So, I actually hope Nintendo can pull it off. I really do. I really hope that, like, the Mario movie isn't just gonna be, like, some soulless money grab thing from Hollywood or some shit. I really hope that's not what it is. I'm gonna see that shit in theaters. I kid you not. I'm gonna fucking vlog that shit. I'm going to go watch it in theaters. I'm gonna vlog it. Heck, maybe I'll live stream it. At least up to the point when I get to the theater, because, like, I don't want to get kicked out of the theater for a video recording. But, like, my God, like, I'm totally gonna watch that shit in theaters. I am so based ready for that shit to happen, to fucking drop. So I'm actually excited for it, legitimately, not ironically excited. But yeah, so I don't even know how I got on this topic, but I went on one hell of a rant. But yeah, as I stated at the very beginning of the stream, had a hell of a time trying to set up my computer again, just because I don't have a fucking permanent place to live, so that's why I'm trying to rent again, just because I don't think I can mentally take trying to save up $9,000 for a down payment while living in my car. I'm just gonna rent again for a year, and hopefully I can get the $9,000 to get my loan and shit like that. I need a permanent settlement. And again, the only good thing that came out of me being homeless is the fact that, like, I've been able to pay off my credit card super duper fast. Like, I've been slowly paying off my credit card for literally the past 5 years, but, like, it's been hard because obviously I have bills. It turns out, guys, when you have to take bills out of the equation, you actually have a lot of money to spend. And by responsibly not spending that money and actually putting it towards my credit card debt, I've been able to knock off so much of my credit card debt. Isn't that nuts? Hashtag sarcasm, just in case it wasn't obvious, but it turns out when you have to remove rent out of the equation, or just payments in general, you can actually pay off your credit card debt. All it takes is being homeless. Which, by the way, is not a weird thing, actually. There's a Reddit for people who live in their cars. I kid you not. There's a Reddit for car living, and so many people willingly actually did it on purpose just to pay off their credit card debt and crap like that. So that's me, basically. I have a job and everything, so it's not like I couldn't have a place to live, but by purposely extending my homelessness time to be in my car, I've been able to, you know, just tough it out and pay off my credit card debt. So that's good. Obviously, you guys have seen me spend money on things to make my car living conditions better, which I guess technically is an investment, because I've spent probably $1,200 to make my car living conditions better, and that's $1,200 that I would not have spent normally. Which sounds like a waste of money, but again, you have to take the fact, though, that, like, I don't have rent right now. I don't have bills to pay, other than, like, my car insurance and my cell phone bill, right? Like, that's all I got, basically. So, I say that I spent $1,200 on shit I never would have bought, but that means, like, I've made more money, technically, that would have gone to rent then. And that money that was going to go to rent, I've been using it to pay off my credit card debt. So, it's a good investment then, for me to spend that money just to make my car living conditions better. And also, it was like the one thing I needed to get me to buy an actual real smartphone. Because I mentioned this before too. I've been on a flip phone. A goddamn $20 T-Mobile flip phone as recent as like 2018. I didn't get like a smartphone until 2019. And by smartphone, I mean a fucking $30 smartphone. So, you know, like, it literally had like 1 GB of RAM. And like, I think it was a fucking goddamn single core processor or some shit. Like, yeah, no, like, it was just good enough, like, just for text messaging and basic internet browsing. Like, my smartphone could barely even play YouTube videos. That's how bad it was. But it was a smartphone, though. It's still technically a smartphone. It basically took me being homeless to actually get a real smartphone now. And also, now I could, like, do vlog videos. I could have bought a small RV to live a bit more comfortably. Yeah, but an RV is not cheap, though. An RV is not cheap. Also, you're giving me a bill to pay. I don't have the kind of money to buy an RV all at once. So you're telling me to get a loan. So, yeah, no. I already have a car. So, I'm just gonna live in my car. So, yeah. I mean, I've already made it more comfortable, so I think I'm pretty good right now. Did you guys know that there is a VTuber Studio on a smartphone? I'm not sure how I can get that to work, but I'm gonna give it a try, though. You were thinking of more of the van-sized ones? But still, though, it's new, though. Like, you're making me buy essentially a condo when I might as well have bought a condo. I don't have the money. I don't have the money to buy that. And if I had the money to buy such a thing in the first place, that would be money for a down payment then. You kind of see the catch-22 in this situation. It's like, if I had that kind of money in the first place, like cash on hand, then like that's already down payment. I already would have bought a house then. It's not like I would even need to buy the RV, small RV, or mobile home in the first place. The whole point of buying a mobile home, you have 2 reasons to buy a mobile home. One is if like you like to go camping and you actually like to like travel and shit. The second one is if you like going on fucking road trips. And at this day and age, who likes going on road trips anymore, right? I don't know. Not me. But, you know, you could be one of those people that likes to drive to, like, Disneyland or other theme parks. Or maybe you actually want to take a road trip from, like, fucking Los Angeles to fucking Chicago. You freaking crazy person. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, right? I've never liked road trips. That's not to say that I don't have nostalgic memories of taking road trips before, but I wouldn't willingly do one now, though. Unless maybe I was, like, a professional vlogger and, like, people actually wanted to see me do that? I don't know, but I wouldn't do it for myself, though. I'd rather get on a plane. If I was gonna travel someplace, I'd rather just get on a plane and just fly. If I need a car, I'd just get a rent-a-car. I'd rather just do that. But yeah, so I'm just going to save up $9,000 and try and get that down payment. Actually, I had a conversation with Neko the other day about both of us trying to buy our first house. Cause like, oh shit, did I mention this? God damn it. Echo, shut up. Wait, that actually works? Oh shit, I did not know that works. Hey, did you guys know that you could tell Alexa to shut up, and she actually shuts up? I did not know that that actually works. Anyway, I must have said something that set her off. Anyway, I was talking with Neko, and we were talking about buying our first houses. And did you guys know that she's pregnant again? I think I mentioned this offhanded like one time, but I didn't talk a lot about it. So Calum's going to have a younger sibling. I don't think we know the gender of it yet though. But Calum's gonna be a big brother. So possible babysitting streams in the future. Do you guys remember when I used to babysit Calum on stream? And you remember how much he used to cry all the time whenever Neko would like leave him with me? So either Calum gets a little sister or he's gonna get a little brother. I'm actually hoping he gets a little sister. I think my sister wants one too. She also wants a daughter. You know, one son and one daughter, one of each. So I think she also wants a daughter too. But yeah, I think Calum could use a little sister. But if he gets a little brother, it happens. But I think I'm hoping for a niece rather than a nephew. But anyway, Neko is looking for a house to buy because now she's gonna have another kid on the way. So she needs a bigger place for her husband, Calum, and the next kid coming out. So at the very least, they're gonna need like a 4-bedroom house, you know? Or 3-bedroom house, I mean. I don't know, like, I don't think I ever actually asked Neko how many kids she plans to have, but I'm going to assume they probably want a 4-bedroom house because, like, they'll have, like, an office room at least, and then, like, if she does have another kid, then they could convert that into another bedroom, but I don't know. I think she only wants the 2 kids. I think I did mention this before, though. So, like, Calum, I babysitted Calum a lot during my original Persona 5 live stream play, which I'm really sad that I actually did not personally archive those streams. I personally archived like random games like Asagao Academy or Tales of Berseria, because like since my main channel is now gone and deleted, I no longer had the footage of Calum crying in the background. I can't lord that over him when he's older now. That's kind of too bad. But I really do actually want... So, like, when Calum was, like, a little bit older, I actually want to show Calum Persona 5. And I want to know if he remembers it. How old was he when we played Persona 5? I think Calum was 2 or 3 years old. Like, you know, like, he could say, like, mama and, like, daddy and shit like that. And he could call me uncle. So... He had, like, brain space, right? He was, like, old enough to talk and shit. So, I wonder if he remembers me playing Persona 5. I want to, like, show him Persona 5. And, like, I just want to see if he remembers Joker. Because I remember, he knows Joker. Like, when we were, like, near the end, like, the tail end of Persona 5, like, Caleb asked me, like, Uncle, who dat? And I'm like, that's Joker. And he's like, ah, Joker. Like, and then, like, Neko told me that, like, Caleb was, like, legit looking at, like, anime games on YouTube and shit. Because Caleb knows how to use YouTube and stuff. And, like, Caleb was asking Neko for Joker videos. And then, like, my brother-in-law thought that, like, Caleb was asking for, like, Batman videos. Like, you know, Joker from Batman. So, like, because, you know, like, he was asking for it, but obviously he couldn't spell. So, like, my brother-in-law put in, like, Batman Joker videos on YouTube in the search bar. But then, like, Caleb kept telling them, like, that's not Joker. And then, like, my brother-in-law and Necker was so confused. They're like, what are you talking about? That is Joker. And Caleb's like, no, Uncle told me who Joker is. And they're like, what? And then, like, I had to, like, explain to them that, like, well, this Joker is the Weibo anime protagonist game. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. But it's a Weibo character. That was the best way for me to explain it to them. So I wonder if he'll remember that from his fucking toddler baby age brain. That'd be kind of interesting if he actually does remember that. Like when do I wait? How old do I wait? 7 years old? Is that a good age to actually try to play games with them? I don't know. But like, it would be interesting to play through Persona 5 again with Caleb. That'd be kind of fun. That would be very interesting. One thing that actually I'm personally really excited to do with Caleb one day is to play Pokemon. That's what I wanted. I think that'd be such a great bonding experience between uncle and nephew. Like, here's a question: what Pokemon game do we play? Like, what do we play? Pokemon Sun and Moon, maybe? Maybe Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? Like, which Pokemon game would be great for Kaylin to play? I'm thinking like maybe Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That one might be the most kid-friendly Pokemon game I could think of. To be fair, the other Pokemon games might be too much for him or something. Watch Pokemon break the relationship due to the capturing certain Pokemon. To be fair, Caleb does have a lot of Pokemon toys, though. I don't know who his favorite Pokemon is, though. I don't know what his favorite Pokemon is, but he does have a lot of Pokemon toys. I mean, at this point, what kid doesn't have Pokemon toys, right? I think every kid has Pokemon toys now. But yeah, he does have that stuff. But he's not quite there old enough to read yet, so I'll wait a little bit longer to spend time with Caleb that way for video game and shit. I mean, like, that whole entire fucking family games, though. My brother-in-law plays FPS games, so, like, he plays, like, Call of Duty and, like, Destiny rigorously. My brother-in-law played Destiny 2 a lot, and I think Destiny 2 is cross-platform, right? He was, like, asking me, he's all like, yo, we gotta play together, man. And I was like, dude, I don't play FPSs. But, like, I think Destiny 2 was cross-platform. And then, like, I guess technically we all play Minecraft on some level. So, like, that could be, like, one hell of a family stream. Me, Neko, my brother-in-law, and Caleb all playing Minecraft. That'd be kind of funny. And then Neko plays platformers. So Neko plays, like, Mario games. And Caleb, I'm not even sure if Caleb's old enough for me to even say he likes the genre yet at this point. So I guess Caleb kind of plays a little bit of everything. I might have to wait longer to kind of, like, get a bead on what kind of games Caleb likes to play. It'd be kind of cool if I could convert Caleb to liking RPGs, though, but I don't know. I'm not sure if, like, he'll take after his dad or his mom on that front. Because Neko's always been, like, a little bit too impatient to play RPGs, and I'm actually not sure how my brother-in-law feels about RPGs, but considering that he plays FPS games, probably the same thing, I would assume. My brother-in-law is a big Xbox fanboy, though. So, like, he has the Xbox One and, like, the Xbox 360 and shit like that. They're not much in the way of Sony consoles. And then Neko has a Nintendo Switch. So, Neko's a Nintendo girl, and my brother-in-law is, like, Xbox guy. So I guess that makes me the Sony dude, then? I'm not even sure if I can be the Sony dude, because I have all consoles. So I guess that just makes me the Weeabo gamer guy then, since I have it all. You know, like, even though I say I hate handhelds, I still buy them though, obviously for the exclusives, of course. So, you know, I have the 3DS, I have the PSP, and then of course I ended up getting all consoles. So I got the PS3, I got the Nintendo Wii, then I got the Wii U, then I got the PS4. I do have an Xbox 360. Even though I technically only have, like, fucking 2 games on the Xbox 360. But, yeah. And then, of course, there's my PC. I have the most powerful PC in the family. So, there's that, too. I used to game a lot with my cousin, actually. But, like, my cousin became, like, a real fag in college. In our college... Okay, so me and my cousin, we used to play a lot of co-op games. Like Dynasty Warriors or, like, beat-em-up games. We used to play so many beat-em-up games together. My cousin also, like, he hated RPGs too. He never got, like, the patience to play RPGs. My cousin had only ever played one RPG to, like, completion, and that was Final Fantasy X. I remember Final Fantasy X was, like, the exception to the rule for him. But when we both went to our college years, though, I continued like watching anime and playing games. My cousin actually, he was super into Initial D and Gundam Seed. I actually hated Gundam Seed. Like, I like Gundam Wing and G Gundam, and I also like the Universal Century timeline for Gundam. I actually always hated Gundam Seed though, but my cousin was like a fanboy for Gundam Seed, so I'm not sure where that came from. And then he also liked Initial D, like I said. And I'm not sure what other animes he watched, but I don't think he was into harems because I was watching harems. So we had different tastes in animes too. But then college happened, and then I guess like for me, we both went through transformations though. So I went from like lying to myself, being what people I mean, I kind of talked about this already, how I used to like not be honest with myself and shit. So I went from doing that to like doing whatever the fuck I wanted in college, which is why I have stupid crazy college stories of me breaking out. And then my cousin became a real fag. He got himself like a girlfriend. She was a white chick, I think. And I remember she did not like the family. And I think she gave my cousin like an ultimatum. Like, it's like, we can stay together, but like, I don't think we should see your family anymore. And I think he took the ultimatum. Because I think like no one's fucking seen my cousin in like a long ass time. I haven't seen him in years, and I got along with him. Yeah, no, like I think he took it. He simped. I think he simped. So I think they're still together. I don't know. I haven't fucking talked to him in years. It's literally been like, oh my god, how long has it been? We used to be really close. I think it's been like 7 years. I legit had not fucking talked to the dude in 7 years. Holy crap. We used to like play video games all the time. We used to watch anime all the time. And now I just don't think I've talked to him in 7 years. Yeah, I think it's been that long, man. I also had a female cousin, which was his sister, and she also left the family. She moved to like, fuck, where did she move to? Mississippi? Montana? She moved out of state. She's married right now. I saw her on Facebook, actually. This was random. Like, I saw her on Facebook, and like, I'm like, wait, I know that person. So like, I saw her pictures, so like, she's married, she has a kid and shit. I haven't spoken to that cousin in like 10 years. And then my male cousin, who I was close with, I haven't spoke to him in 7 years. So both of those cousins just left the family pretty much. Honestly, like, I'm pretty close to doing that, honestly. Like, considering that, like, half of this family doesn't like me anyway, like, and considering that, like, I keep switching apartments because, like, I'm trying to get away from someone, at this point, I might as well just move out of this goddamn place. The thing is that, like, I just don't have a plan, though. Like, where do I go? I don't want to move in the middle of nowhere, so it's like, I mean, like, I don't want to go to California either. So I was like, either I move to, like, a different state, or, like, I legit move out of the country. I go to, like, Japan or something. I have friends in Japan. Or, like, I go back to Thailand. But I don't want to go there because Thailand's a fucking third world country. So I guess technically Thailand's out. So I guess I'm going to Japan. It's a big commitment. That would be a big commitment for me to get citizenship in Japan. But I could do it, though. I definitely could do it. I just don't want to. It's a big commitment, and I'm not sure if I'm being pushed hard enough to even go for that yet. As I mentioned, I think I did mention this in the last stream. The last stream was a car stream, right? In the last stream, I mentioned that, like, it would pretty much take a giant career change for me, I think, to move to Japan. Because obviously, I would need a new job. I wouldn't be able to work here anymore, of course. I'd be in a goddamn different country. So, yeah. Or if, like, I actually get married or something, I find a Japanese chick that wants to get married to me. She wants to move to Japan. I'd do it for her. So, yeah. That's my life. This is my life. It's not much, but it's my life. And these are the consequences of my action. But that's okay, though, because I can own up to it. And that's the biggest takeaway from this. I'm not sad at all about my current living situation. And the reason why I'm not sad is because I know it's all me. If it's something that I can own up to, then, like, I'm not sad about it. That's also why, like, I'm not really mad that I lost my main channel, because I know that one's on me, too. Like, I could have made that Pornhub account and Plexistorm account earlier and live stream Fantasy Harem on those websites and not YouTube. But, you know, I was kind of gaming the system for as long as I could, just to see how long I could get away with it. 2 streams. We did 2 streams of Harem Fantasy. The 3rd stream is what got me banned. And to be fair, that wouldn't even be the first fucking titties we showed on stream anyway. In the 24-hour live streams, we played the fucking Monster Island girl game, and we had the sex scenes. We literally played the sex scenes in Monster Girl Island, and I didn't get banned. And I think, to be fair, it was a 24-hour live stream, so that shit didn't happen until, like, 13 hours into the 24-hour live stream, to be fair. But, you know. You wonder what the 24-hour live stream's gonna be? I mean, like, probably YouTube, I would assume. I'm not sure if I want to do a 24-hour live stream on Plexistorm or Pornhub or anything. I mean, obviously that could change in the future, but probably YouTube. I think for now I'll keep like adult gaming like as like a side thing rather than like the main thing that I do. So yeah. Also, as I mentioned before, I do plan on doing a 24-hour live stream whenever I do get my new place. But, like, it's looking to be later and later at this point. Like, obviously, I kind of wish I had it now, of course. Since, like, last week I was trying to get that loan, but, like, I don't have enough money for it. It's like, at the rate that I'm going, I probably won't even get my new place until the end of this year. And considering that we already do a 24-hour live stream, like, on New Year's Eve anyway, it's like, that'll practically be it anyway. So yeah. So am I gonna play the YouTube system again? No, I think I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. I'll keep it to ecchi games, but I think I won't. I think I'll be more careful. I think I won't try and show off anime titties on stream. I'll keep it to ecchi and not hardcore porn. I'll keep the hardcore porno shit for Plexistorm and Pornhub. At least that's the idea for now. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually spring money for my own actual VTuber model like Sia did. And he paid $1,000, but maybe I'll actually get that as well as a 3D model, and I could also stream on Pornhub and like Twitch TV simultaneously like Melody does. Cause she does both. She still does the whole, like, porno thingy, but then she also does, like, YouTube streams and shit. Or Twitch TV streams, I should say. So, maybe I could just do that. I'll just be, like, the guy version of Melody, I guess. Except instead of, like, big boing boings, I guess I'll have, like, dick physics. Right? Right? Like, Melody got, like, boob physics, so I'll have, like, dick physics on my 3D model. So, like, instead of, like, Melody doing jumping jacks on stream or something, I'll be, like, fucking helicoptering my 3D dick on Pornhub. Or some shit like that. Oh, man. By the way, guys, have you ever actually went to Pornhub and actually searched up other 3D VTubers on Pornhub besides Melody? I have. I saw, like, at least 10 other 3D VTubers on Pornhub. It was interesting. It was quite an interesting thing for me to discover and look at. I think one of them was kind of nice. The other 9, I think, were kind of like, meh. They were kind of, like, neutral for me. But there's definitely others besides Melody, though. So, yeah. Why do I have a feeling that Tessa's audience at that point would be Fujos? Hey, Fujos, gay dudes. It's all the same to me. It's all the same. I guess here's the question though, for my 3D model. It's like, do I go with like a realistic dick size? Or do I blow it up to like comical proportions or something, right? Like, I guess that's a question to ask. Do I exaggerate, or do I actually keep it realistic? And also, how accurate do I want the physics to be? Do I want my 3D dick, like, just, like, spasming out everywhere? Or do I actually want, like, more realistic, like, jiggle physics for, like, my dick? Oh, man, this is quite the theory crafting I'm doing for my future career. Quite the theory crafting. Also, I just realized something, too. So when I do get my down payment for my house going and I actually get my place, I'm gonna have to invest in a green screen room, huh? Like, I would need to, like, convert one of my bedrooms and, like, paint it green or something, so that way, like, it could be good for, like, shooting 3D shit, right? Basically, I need a 3D room, right? That's basically what I need. And I know, like, the most hardcore people do have, like, a 3D room. I also need to buy a new PC, to be fair. I'm not sure if my current PC can even handle, like, good 3D rendering anyway, to be fair. So, I would need to invest in a new PC and then get myself, like, the latest version of, like, the Vive or some shit. The Vive, the Oculus Rift, whatever people are using nowadays. I have not kept up with the current tech right now, just because I know I can't afford it anyway. Like, I'm not gonna bother looking up the information on that, honestly, until I'm ready, right? Like, to me, if I look at the information now, it won't mean anything to me, you know? Probably I'm just gonna need a new graphics card. I don't know. Because how much RAM do I have? I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. But also, just to give you an idea on my current motherboard, though, my motherboard is on DDR3 memory, and my motherboard also doesn't take that new SSD card, SSD hard drive. What do you call it? The skinny SSD card sticks. I know I was looking at that on Amazon. M2? M2. That's what it is. M2. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, my motherboard uses DDR3 memory, and it does not even have a slot for M2 SSD. So my motherboard itself is already a little bit archaic, to be fair. So you're right. You're right that, like, I probably do need just a new graphics card. But to me, though, at this point, I might as well just upgrade the whole thing, though. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Like, get a new processor, get new RAM, like new RAM. Like 32 gigabytes. Like, I want to get 32 gigabytes of RAM. And, you know, just upgrade everything, basically. Just because my motherboard is aging. I mean, obviously, I still have a good processor, I guess. I have a decent processor. I have an i7. I have an i7 core processor, but, like, again, it's the motherboard, though. The motherboard is a little outdated. And I think I pretty much, like, I'm already stretching the limit of what this motherboard can even do anyway. But yeah. Anyway, that's like, again, that's like in the future though. So who knows? Who knows like how much cheaper things might be for me though, right? Like the longer I wait, to be fair, the cheaper things should get for me. And hopefully VR tech gets better too, right? Like I could invest in it now. I don't have a place to live, but it's like I could do it. But then it's like, you know, might as well wait until I have a house to buy at least or something. So yeah. If GPU graphics go down, expect this new PC to be $6K. I mean, yeah, you know, like, if we're talking about, like, a VR-ready PC, you know, and if, like, depending on, like, how serious I'm gonna be about this, hell yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've already spent, like, $5,000 on my current setup anyway. So, like, it's not even, The i7 is nice, you could just use it on the new PC. I can't, though. Shit. What's my thing again? Hold on, I'm on Amazon right now, so I could tell you what it is. I'm not sure if I can, because, like, my processor... What do you call it? My processor size? It's outdated, so I don't think they make motherboards anymore that use it. Processor... It's an LG1156. I think that's what it is. Is it LGA1150? There we go. Yeah, so, like, I don't think they even make new motherboards that, like, use this current thing. LGA 1150. So I think I would just need to buy a new processor anyway. Because like I think for my motherboard, there's no such thing as an i9. I don't think I can even get an i9 processor for this motherboard. And like I said, I'm on DDR3 memory, so like I kind of want to upgrade to DDR4 memory too, which would require me to actually get a new motherboard anyway. Unless like I wait so long that DDR5 memory becomes a thing, right? It just depends on how long I wait to get my new PC, basically. I mean, like with how long it's taking me just to even buy a house, DDR5 memory might actually be a thing. I don't know. But yeah, for now though, my current PC is serving my needs though. So like, I'm not in any hurry. Maybe I can get an i9, but it has to be an old gen i9. Let me look that up. i9 LGA 1150. I found phone for an LGA 1151. I'm not sure if I could find one for my processor. I'm finding 1151, but not 1150. I think i9 processors literally didn't exist when my motherboard came out. Because I think there is a difference between, like, 1151 and 1150. So, like, I'm not sure if it would slot in correctly. DDR5 early release last year? Shit! Am I that behind? Damn. Okay, cool. I guess I'm springing for a DDR5 motherboard then. Shit. So that means I'm on... Okay, so wait, I'm on DDR3 memory. So, like, I'm pretty much, like, 2 generations behind then on motherboards. Damn. So, like, it sounds like I probably should upgrade then. I mean, again, though, my current PC is serving my needs, but when I'm ready to make the jump to VR, though, like, I probably would just make a brand new PC. LG 11... Latest processors for, like, LGA 1150 processors, I think it only goes up to i7. i7 is pretty much as good of a processor as I get on this motherboard. Yeah, I don't think there's anything better than that than what I currently got right now. Because I think I already did extensive research on my motherboard. I think I have literally exists on my motherboard. Like, there is only one other processor that's better than my processor, and I had like the second best, I think. So I think I've topped out. As far as processor is concerned, I've topped out on my current motherboard. So basically, like, as far as... Basically, it would just be me getting, like, either more RAM or just, like, a better graphics card. I feel like with how, like, expensive graphic cards are anyway in the first place, if I'm gonna put that much money into a graphics card, it kind of feels like I might as well just build a new PC. I don't know, that's just me. And then, like, I would just use, like, my current PC right now as, like, a streaming OBS computer. Basically, like, I would do, like, the hardcore thing that, like, a lot of, like, professional streamers do, where, like, they have, like, a streaming PC, and then they have, like, a gaming PC, so that way, like, they can not use up resources from their gaming PC, so that way their other PC can be used for streaming. Right? And then, like, also, too, like, I could also use this, this PC for, like, whenever I want to, like, host games, too. Like, Minecraft or some shit, you know? Like, that'd be also kind of cool as well. I mean, to be fair, I already have another PC for that anyway. But, you know, if I want to upgrade that setup. I don't know. But this is far into the future, though. One thing at a time, right? I need to buy a place to live. That one thing at a time. Just buy a place to live. Step 1. Make more money. Step 2. Save more money. Step 3. Question mark. Step 5. Become VTuber. Quit my job. Yeah, I don't know what the question mark is, but, like, I'll figure that out. Step 6, do a collaboration with Melody in our 3D models. I just thought about something. Do sex videos exist between VTubers? that could be a first, right? Imagine like a guy VTuber and a girl VTuber in their 3D models actually having a sex video on Pornhub. I'm not sure if that's even a thing. Regular like Miku Miku dance sex videos that you already see online. I mean like actual VTubers like actually doing it, you know? Like, I know that Melody like critters and dilders and shit when she like streams on like on her Pornhub thing or Chatterbait, whatever it is. But I'm not sure if Melody has a sex video. So that could definitely be a first. Hashtag forbidden knowledge. You guys can know that like my future 3D model is going to have a sex with Melody. V Shoujo will expand to V Shonen, and I'll be the first V Shonen. Oh man. Also, I think I'm done ranting. I think we're good. There's a reason why I'm on Girls Front Line. I wanted to gacha, but like we got so off topic and like I just started ranting for no apparent reason. Just because this stream is already late in the first place, so this stream already doesn't have much of a focus. There's no goal for this stream. Also, I'm not sure what the quality is looking like for you guys right now, because I'm looking at my OBS right now, and my OBS, it's like going back and forth between like 0 kilobytes. Alright. Shit. Fuck. Okay, I don't think anyone is... I don't think I'm streaming right now. Shit. Crap. See if I can try and connect here. I may have lost connection. Okay, we're good? Alright. According to YouTube, like, it died on my end. YouTube is saying it's not receiving data for me. YouTube is not receiving enough video for a stream. As such, viewers will be experienced buffer. Of course. God damn it. What does what does YouTube want from me right now? What does my internet want from me right now?
少女前線おはよう今日は誰にも負けません
Oh, is it just YouTube? Looks like I actually have internet. I could go to their websites. Hmm. Can't. Whoa, I'm lagging. Ah! Fucking EN curse. My connection to YouTube is terrible. I legit just went to another website right now. And that seems fine, but I'm like in the red zone for OBS right now. "9:51 p.m. It's 9:52 p.m. my time. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. YouTube is currently not receiving data. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god. I can't do anything right now. I've already tried restarting. Is there anything I can do? And I lost it. I just lost it. I just fucking lost it. We there? Can I get back to green? Can I get back to... Okay, let's try that. Hmm. Yeah, obviously that's not working. Let's see here. Damn it. Oh shit. Gura's stream is also lagging. Oh shit. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check out Gura's stream. Oh, I'll check that out.
Wanted to, you know, you did something and I
Oh. Stream is healthy? I lost it. I lost it again. Damn it. Start streaming again. Stream is healthy. Stream is not healthy. Blargy. Did that even show up? Okay, wait. I think it's... YouTube's saying it's healthy, but my OBS is still red. I think it's getting better. OBS is red, YouTube is green. So I'm not sure who to believe here. It looks like it's still dropping frames, though. It looks like there's also nothing wrong with my computer itself. So it's either like an internet connection on my end, or like... Well, now it's yellow, so that's good, I guess. Yellow means poor status, but is not the best status. I do have an idea.